sacred segments of the year 2023 on the 4th of January. Welcome everybody, Happy New Year. Thank you for being here. So as I was saying to Bjorn, the focus of sacred segments is healing, manifestation and metaphysics. And before this session commences, I'd just like you to take a moment and think about something that you are grateful for, whatever that may be. And while we're thinking about what that is, in terms of manifesting or creating in our lives, the higher our vibration, then the faster we can manifest whatever it is in our lives. And the way that we can instantly raise our vibration is through gratitude. Because you can't be of a low vibration while you're being grateful. It just doesn't work. So if I start and then I'll go around the group, just one thing that you're grateful for. I think for me, the thing that I'm grateful for is hope and what we can do to make our situation better. For me, that's what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for hope. Welcome, Anna, who's joined us. Good to see you.
Hey.
So I'm going to ask that to Bjorn. What are you grateful for?
Well, I'm grateful for love.
Beautiful.
Because I wish to this year really spread love to every mankind and to the world and everybody around me. And that is going to be my vision my manifestation this year, actually, is going to be able to spread that to everybody. Whoever comes into my sphere or in my vicinity is to show love and appreciation.
That's so lovely. I think that's something that we all aspire to, whether we know it or not, right?
We try every day, everybody, but this year it's really going to be a really commitment.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you for that lovely reminder. Bonnie, what are you grateful for?
The first thing that came to my mind is I am very grateful to be here right now.
Wonderful. And, like Eckhart Tolle says, the power of now, right? It's everything.
Right.
And they say that the present is called the present because it's a gift. And it really, really is. We can release everything from the past and not feel the pain of the past if we can truly be in the now, right? What were you going to say, Bonnie?
I was going to say my dog started barking, so I'm going to mute.
He's probably agreeing. Yeah. Welcome, Joe and Greta, who have joined us, and also Tasneem. Hello, welcome. Good to see you all. And Andrea, would you like to say something that you're grateful for?
Yeah, I'm grateful for old friends and being in Florida right now.
Sunshine, we all need that, right?
Yeah.
I wish I was in Florida. Sounds good. Thanks for sharing. Steve.
Yes, what came to mind to me is I'm grateful for my mother.
It's really sweet. Thank you, Steve. Shelley?
I am grateful for renewed energy and enthusiasm to create for this year.
Wow. Bring it on. I need some of that. Thank you, Shelley. Anna?
I'm also grateful for old friends and for new friends and for the new connections I've made and soul family connections I've been making. and for new beginnings.
Perfect. Thank you, Anna. Welcome, Michael, who's joined us as well. Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Okay.
Good.
Are we saying what we're grateful for?
Yes, you go next.
Well, I'm grateful for recovering from COVID over the Christmas and New Year period.
Wow. Yeah.
That basic.
Are you fully recovered?
Yeah, negative. I was tested positive on Christmas morning, Christmas Day.
I'm so glad you're better. Good. Yeah, I've had a really rough Christmas as well with chest infection, and just getting better now. Great to have you with us. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
I'm glad that you're well as well.
Thanks.
Tasneem, did I say your name correctly?
Yes, you did, Alexis. Hi, everybody. I'm grateful for the breath of life, actually. I'm grateful for that means a lot because, yeah, it means a lot. But yes, breath of life.
And you know, Michael was just talking about, you know, having COVID over the last few days. There were moments where I couldn't breathe, and I honestly thought I was going to die. So it's a really powerful reminder for me. Thank you so much. Where are you joining us from?
So I live in London, in Woodford Green.
Excellent. Good to have you with us.
Thank you. Where are you based? Sorry.
I'm in London too, in Putney.
Oh.
Yeah, just the other side of London. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Joe, hi, good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. Greetings from Bermondsey, fellow Londoner here. I am really grateful for deepening my coaching practice. I am on the path to become a coach with a guy called Jay Shetty, and I'm reading this really awesome book at the moment called Think Like a Monk. And I'm just really grateful to be on this journey. So, yeah.
Wow. What's the book about?
It is about practicing non-attachment and how to live as a monk. So releasing attachment to materialistic things and outcomes, and just being really present and focused, and basically giving yourself to others. So that's what I'm doing this month. I'm just dedicating my month to the service of others. So yeah.
That reminds me of the artist, one of my favorite artists, Kate Bush. And every time that she created a song, she would release it and practice non-attachment.
Wow.
I always thought that was a really powerful thing to do.
I had no idea about that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, really powerful. Thank you. Greta. Hey, good to see you.
Good to see you. I'm grateful for you, Alexis, and for what you're creating here with Sacred Segments.
That's so sweet. Thank you so much. I feel very humbled today, particularly. I was watching a program about incredible people all over the world that are doing amazing things. And, you know, I was just moved to tears on every single episode. It was so incredible, like watching the Prime Minister of New Zealand and the work that she's doing for the world. So humbling. And that's beautiful, that fire next to you, Greta.
Isn't it?
I love it.
Me too. I love it.
Wow. Very cool. Thank you. Syra's joined us. Welcome, Syra. Are you there?
Oh.
We're just talking.
Hello. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. We're just speaking about what we're grateful for. That you're grateful for.
Grateful that I'm healthy at the moment. Well, healthy. No, I am healthy.
That's such a huge one, isn't it? That's a beautiful one. Thank you, Syra. Okay. So Anna, would you like to go first in the next couple of minutes after I speak about the angelic focus for today? Are you happy to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay, wonderful.
It'll be short.
Okay. So on every sacred segment, I like to bring into focus an angel And I was thinking, which angel shall I talk about today? And I made a post on the Sacred Segments Facebook page. And if you aren't already on there, then please find it if you're on Facebook, or if you're not, then please leave a message in the chat with your email, so that you can be informed about future Sacred Segments. And the post that I shared on the Facebook page was the Archangel Jophiel. So I've been looking into the powers and energies of the Archangel Jophiel, who is the angel of beauty. And the Archangel Jophiel, even though angels aren't necessarily masculine or feminine because they are beyond gender, this angel is represented more in the feminine aspect. And they can, when you ask for their help, and you by law have to ask for the angels to help you, because they can't interfere with our free will. We're given free will, right? So we have to ask before we receive their assistance. And some of you probably already know this, but it's always good to be reminded of this kind of stuff. So if we call on particular angelic assistance, and in this case Jophiel, then joy and laughter, with the angel being the angel of enlightenment and beauty, we can bring in those qualities. We can also connect more to creative endeavors. And often the Archangel Jophiel is depicted as holding light, actually holding light, and its color association is yellow, this angel. So if you want to bring more of the Archangel Jophiel's energy into your life, you can wear something yellow. It could be something simple as a scarf, or you can connect with a yellow object, like a rose or something yellow in your home, like colored glass. I know Anna is a feng shui consultant, as well as shamanic practitioner, and the Archangel Jophiel can help with feng shui and tidying and organization. Being the angel of beauty, it's also the angel of the environment. So this archangel can assist with things like pollution and clearing pollution, and changing your thoughts to become more beautiful, and being inspired. If you need inspiration for a project, you can call on the Archangel Jophiel. And overcoming addictions and beautifying your thoughts, if you call upon this angel, if you're dealing with any kind of addiction, it can give you a boost of energy. And finally, citrine, the crystal, has got a sort of yellowy color, and that's the look at, there it is. Anna's holding up her ring there to the camera. Perfect. Well, you were intuitively ahead of us, right? Thank you for wearing that. And traditionally, I'll just finish by saying, you know how in certain religions they speak about the archangels, but in the Christian religion, the Archangel Jophiel isn't mentioned because it's more from the Zohar, the sacred text and the mystical branch of Judaism called Kabbalah, that Jophiel is mentioned and is talked about as a great leader of heaven who directs 53 legions of angels, and also is one of the two archangels, and the other one is Zadkiel, who helps Archangel Michael battle the evil in the spiritual realm. So if we want enlightenment, if we want joy, if we want laughter, if we want this kind of like light to suddenly come into our lives, Archangel Jophiel is the one to call on. So that's the focus of angels for today. Thank you for that. Anna, I'm going to now pass over to you. Thank you for listening.
So as Alexis mentioned, in addition to being a shamanic healer, I'm also a feng shui practitioner. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about the energies of 2023 from a Chinese perspective, from a feng shui perspective. I can't go into too much depth because it's a huge topic, but I want to come at it from a couple of different places. One is, briefly, I want to talk about 9-star key astrology, which most people don't know about. It's actually the oldest form of astrology, and it's based on the I Ching. And it's a type of, it's similar, well, people think it's the same as Western numerology. It's not, but it's the same kind of idea, is that there's a cycle of 9 years, and every year you're in a different cycle. So the thing about 9-star key is that it's very personal to you. So in order to know what year you're going into, it depends upon your year of birth. But that said, on February 4th, that's when we have the transition into the new year from the 9-star key perspective. And on January 22nd, that's when we start the Chinese New Year of the Rabbit. And I don't know about you, but I never feel that January 1st is the true New Year. I don't feel that that calendar is really in tune with the energies of the planet. So I always feel that there's kind of like a holding space, like it's almost like we take a breath between January 1st and the beginning of the Lunar New Year, which to me is the true New Year. So a lot of people, have their New Year's resolutions and intentions, but I would say January 1st was not the day to put anything in motion, especially with the Mercury retrograde and so on that's going on. My inner sense, tuning into just the energies of the planet, is that nothing is really going to get started until after Mercury goes out of retrograde, and which is a few days before the Chinese New Year, which is the year of the rabbit, the water rabbit. And the energy of the water rabbit year is very yin, and we just came out of a tiger year, which is very, I don't know about you, but it was a little challenging. Call me crazy, but 2022 was a little challenging. It was full of blessings, and I think that there are always blessings in the challenges, but my sense, and also according to Chinese astrology, is that 2023, once the year of the water rabbit starts, the energy of rabbit is much gentler than the energy of tiger. And it's water, and water is yin. So it's a time for much more serenity and gentleness. And that's my sense too, is that it's going to be a much gentler year. However, my sense also is that it's a year of karmic return. So really to think about what you've set in motion in your life through your deeds, through your actions, because my sense is that karma is going to definitely be coming back, whether it's positive or negative, right? Good karma or bad karma. Since I'm such a fabulous person, my karma should be very good. But I also think that the institutions and the things in the world that have been reaping bad karma are going to have some problems. And one thing that I think Alexis in particular will find interesting is that the energy of the year is related to air and spacecraft. And apparently that means that there's going to be more UFO disclosure this year. So look for things like that. And it's also going into, we're going into the number 4 in that. I don't want to get too complicated, but in our 9-star key, the number 4 will be in the center, and 4 is associated with wood, and wood is associated with paper, and paper is documents. So you can expect maybe something interesting to happen in the world to do with documents, like things coming to the surface, things being revealed, truth coming out. So I'm sensing that a lot of truth is going to be coming out this year. and a lot of things revealed that have been hidden. That's my overall sense. And just it's a year for gentleness and to bring that back into our lives. The color azure blue is the lucky color of the year, which I adore, and also like blue-green colors. These are my favorite colors. So I'm very excited about that. So I adore those colors. So wearing that is supposed to be very lucky. And I would recommend that before the New Year starts on the 22nd, the 21st will be the Chinese New Year's Eve, you clean your house, top to bottom, thorough cleaning, really get rid of the old, get rid of everything you can that you need to get rid of, sweep it out, clear it out. And if you eat fish, it is good luck to eat a whole fish on Chinese New Year because it means prosperity. And if you eat noodles, noodles represent long life, longevity. And also having oranges around the house, especially in groups of 9 or multiples of 9 it brings in positive chi. So I could be talking more about this maybe next time as we're closer to the actual New Year, but I just wanted to give you a little taste of some of the energies that are coming and some of the stuff that I've been intuiting about this year. And if you would like to know more about feng shui or to do a consultation, I'm around. I will put my information in the chat. All right. So I hope that was interesting, helpful, and Happy New Year.
That was awesome. Thank you so much, Anna. Could you tell me that date again? Was it the 21st?
21st is the New Year's Eve, Chinese New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So it begins on the 22nd. So you want to have everything cleaned out.
I need to get cleaning.
Yes. You got some time to clean everything out, get rid of stuff. Get rid of stuff.
Awesome.
Really get rid of stuff.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
I'll need an army to clean out here.
Me too. I think I'm going to call the army. Come help.
Movement towards it is good.
Awesome. Thank you. Welcome, Paul and Morag that have joined us during that time. Good to see you. Hey. Hi, Happy New Year to you. Welcome. So, just after past, probably, I'll hand over to Greta to do the main segment. Paul, are you happy to do your segment next?
I am. I thought we were doing, I read the email, you had an animal person. Are we not doing that today?
That's the last time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was, you're in the last year.
Oh, okay. I haven't had an email.
You must have seen my old email.
Okay.
It was animal communication on the 21st of December.
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
Yeah, it's coming up again, which it was an amazing session. So yeah, we're going to have it again in March. Yeah.
I haven't been around for ages. I've been super busy, so I do apologize.
Good to see you. Good to have you with us.
And you. Hey, coincidentally, talking about New Year, so everyone's been saying this thing about like this isn't the real New Year, and there's lots of these posts going around. From a Celtic pagan perspective, the 31st of October, Samhain, is our New Year, and in actual fact, the winter solstice would have actually been the first holiday of the year, which makes sense because it's all about welcoming in the sun, and it's one of the first of the 3 fire festivals, being winter solstice, Imbolc, and then Beltane. I just wanted to throw that in there. Interesting stories about that. But yeah, no, I'm ready if you want me to. I don't have today's email, so what's your theme for today?
Well, Grethe is speaking about manifestation and vision boards. However, it's not necessary for you to focus just on that. I mean, we're of course in a new beginning. Just before you do, I'd just like to take 2 minutes, if I may, and talk about Louise Hay and her 7 PowerPoints. Louise Hay wrote a book called You Can Heal Your Life. Okay, and these are the things that we're all dealing with in our lives. Number 1, We're each responsible for our experiences. And this can sound really rough when we're dealing with, something that we feel has been done to us. But we can also be empowered by this thought that we're each responsible for our experiences. Number two, every thought that we think is creating our future. So remember, we are manifestors, and through our thinking, we are creative beings, and we are co-creative with the divine. I'll say that again. Every thought we think is creating our future. Number three, everyone is dealing with damaging patterns of resentment, criticism, guilt, and self-hatred. Everyone. Number four, these are only thoughts, and thoughts can be changed. So it doesn't matter how bad you think you are, we are in a new moment, and we can create something different in our lives through our thinking. The next one, we need to release the past and forgive everyone, including ourselves. So the more present moment that we can be, the better. Number six, self-approval and self-acceptance in the now are keys to positive change. So approve of yourself. And the last one, the point of power is always in the present moment. So the person that said, I'm grateful for now, it's so powerful. Thank you. So with that, please, Paul, over to you.
Excellent. For anyone who hasn't seen me before, I can't see everyone. So if you're new, I usually do like an inner child meditation, just so you're aware. So I'd like you all to take a couple of moments, close your eyes. And what I'm going to do this around the theme of new dawns. So from a pagan perspective, we recently had the winter solstice, which is when the Oak King, the king of growth, returns, and the Holly King returns back to the underworld. And it's all about the returning sun, which fits quite nicely actually into manifesting and prosperity. So I'd like you to close your eyes and begin by taking a few simple breaths and allow your body to relax. Let go of any tension that might be in your shoulders, in your chest, in your arms, your legs. And feel the sense of groundedness wherever you're sat. If your feet are on the floor, feel the connection to the earth. And if you're sat cross-legged like me, that's fine. Feel the whole connection of your legs, feet, and buttocks upon the floor. And from the blank screen in your mind, a door opens up. And as you step through, see yourself as a younger version of you, maybe 7 or 8, at a time in your life where you feel very playful and full of energy, full of the new day. And I want you to be aware of your surroundings. You're stood on a hilltop, and on the top of this hill is an oak tree, and that represents the new season of growth. Sit upon the oak tree and just lean your back against it. Feel that sense of rooted, grounded stability and security. As you lean yourself back and watch the sun begin to rise above the horizon, its light shining upon the land, bringing warmth, welcoming in the new season of growth, as all of life will soon begin to return in the months to come. And it's okay that things aren't growing yet, that winter is still a little bit here. That's cool, because all we're doing is welcoming back the light of the sun god, the Oak King, gods like Canunus are returning back to the land to be the guardians. And with that will eventually come new growth and new ideas, new experiences, prosperity, and the warmth of the sun. And just feel that warmth that bathes your whole body And as you breathe, actually drink in the sun, drink in that solar power. And when we're in winter, when there's an absence of sun, that's when we can feel a little bit sad, a little bit down, a little bit blue. But when we drink in the solar energy, we fill our whole body with that. We fill our body with energy and with light, with warmth, just a sense of new expectancy. And then when you're ready, you can journey back into your mind, back into your body. Take a few breaths to ground yourself, but still feel that connection to the warmth and to the sun, to new seasons of growth and prosperity. And anytime you feel like you're not that prosperous or a little bit worried about money, just remember you can go back to that experience and drink in the sun, drink in the new day and the season of growth and prosperity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Paul.
You're welcome. Always.
Okay, well, Greta, I'm going to now ask you to do your segment if you're happy to.
Yes.
Yeah? All right, wonderful.
Well, actually, I wanted to stay in Paul's world drinking the sun for a while, but
Yeah, me too. Me too. We could just spend like maybe 3 deep breaths doing that, shall we?
yeah, let's do it.
There's a beautiful visualization where you imagine a golden sphere above your head and see golden rain coming down through your brain and all the way down through your body into the lower realms of earth, nourishing the earth. So if you, on your next 2 deep breaths, just do that.
Just so you know, this is the realm where I live, like most of the time, drinking in the sky and drinking in the earth. It's that whole druid thing. Like, we're all about the sky and breathing that in. In fact, I would add just a little bit to this, actually. Like, throughout your waking day, like when you breathe in, draw energy up from the earth, like from Mother Earth, and draw energy down from the sky, like filling yourself with all of that good, groovy, grounded fertility energy and all of the sun.
Beautiful. Thank you, Paul.
You're welcome.
Very good reminder there. Okay, so Greta, manifestation and vision boards.
Yes.
Perfect timing.
Absolutely. First of all, I want to thank Paul again. It was really wonderful. Exactly what I didn't even know I needed. But yeah, I've been missing the sun and I've been cold the last few days, so that was perfect. And Anna, listening to you, like your words are like candy to me. I'm just soaking everything up and I just love everything that you share. So thank you. All right. Alexis, can you make me co-host so I can share my screen?
Sure thing. Yeah. That's done.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna get things out of the way.
And just while Greta is doing that, I just want to remind everyone here that as everyone individually is talking, please hold them in non-judgment and love. And also, if you have any thoughts about future contributors, please feel free to write that in the chat or speak to me at the end. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm talking about manifestation and vision boards. And the reason is when I think about manifestation and how I go about it is I follow a 3-step process that I call clarity, alignment, action. Clarity is all about getting clear on what you want, knowing what you want, because if you don't know what you want, it's exactly what you're going to get. Alignment is about getting into vibrational alignment with your goals, with what you want to manifest. And then action is taking aligned action from that place of alignment. The vision board I'd say, addresses the first two. And then it's an action because it's something you're actually doing, creating it. And you can create a vision board on an actual board, cutting out pictures from magazines and so on, or printing out if you find pictures online. But you can also make a digital vision board. And when I started making my vision board for this year, I used a new approach that's personalizing it. So I'm not only finding pictures of things that I want to experience or want to feel, but I am editing myself into the pictures. And Alexis wanted me to address how to do this manually as well if you don't want to do the digital vision board. So I'm going to address that a little bit as well. I'm going to share my vision board template in Canva with you all, so you all get this. Most of you know me, so I'm actually not going to go through this about me thing. But I made a step-by-step description of how to go about making this personalized vision board. So the first thing you do is you find or take 2 pictures of yourself or more, 1 portrait and 1 full body picture. And these pictures you're going to use to edit them into the situation you want to be in, or the situations, the pictures you want to be in. Then you decide what areas of your life you want to work on, you want to focus on next year. And I have a list on the next slide. You make a prioritized list, and then you start with your first priority. So what are your goals for this category? And then how can you visualize these goals achieved, and what will it look like? And I'll give you some examples. And then you create an image of what this looks like using Canva that I use, or you can use PowerPoint or any other software that has to remove background functionality. And then you edit yourself into this image so that you can see yourself living this goal. And if you're doing this on paper, you can print a bunch of pictures of yourself, and you can cut yourself out, and you can put yourself in the images on top of the images that you choose. So I think that's like a little hack how to go about it if you're not doing the digital. And then once you've done this for all the goals in the category you're working on, you can move on to your second category, and then you repeat steps 3 to 6. So you make the list. No, you repeat steps 4 to 6. You write your goals, you create images, or you find images that represent your goals, and then you edit yourself into the image so that you can see yourself living the goal. And then you keep going for as long as you want, with as many of the different categories you want, with the goals you want. So here are the categories. And you can, of course, choose your own categories. You can let these inspire you, or you can wing it, no categories. It's really up to you, but this is a good framework to kind of create within. So it starts with body, mind, and spirit, with the subcategories health and fitness, emotional life, spiritual connection, intellectual life, and character. And then you move on to relationships, whether they're romantic, family, or friends. And then lifestyle, so your home and surroundings, abundance, and career. So you can kind of practice with me. You can pick one that you would like to work on this year, or you would like to manifest in this year, and even maybe write it down and write down some goals, and then you can think about how you can visualize them. So I'll give you some examples. So from my emotional life goals this year, the feelings that I want to feel are freedom, joy, and bliss. And I just took this random picture from a beach. Canva has a lot of pictures, so it's really easy to find pictures. And I just put myself in the picture because to me, this symbolizes freedom, joy, and bliss. Ideally, I should have been barefoot. But you know.
I gotta say, I love your dress there. You look like a universe.
Thank you. I love it too. You can never have too many sparkles, right?
Right.
All right. So the next one I did was spiritual connection goals. So my 3 goals were I want to meditate at least 5 out of 7 days per week. And I want to go to a Joe Dispenza retreat. And I want to go to ceremonies. I want to go to cacao ceremonies. I want to be in circles. I want to be around fires. I want to be, with like-minded people doing meaningful things. Like with Björn, making a drum and drinking mead out of a horn. It's great. Love it. And one way to visualize this, I just went online and I found a picture from a Joe Dispenza retreat and I put myself in there. See, same dress, everything. And I look just as happy as all the other people. It's a really simple thing to do. And here's a circle of people. All right, intellectual life goals. There's a new energy healing modality coming out called Belief Code. So it's building on emotion code and body code. It's called Belief Code, and I want to get certified. And there's a program I want to do online, and I also want to attend a Mind Valley event. So those are my intellectual life goals for this year. And I didn't get to the images. Actually, I have a picture of myself holding another certification, a certificate. So what I started doing was I just created a blank and filled in Belief Code certification for Grethe or something. So that was a really easy one as well. Character goals, what character traits I want to reinforce this year. What I want to work on getting better at, being authentic, accountable, efficient, to lovingly set boundaries and have clear communication. And then home and surroundings, which I actually got to creating some pictures of. Some of you may know that I'm hopefully moving to Florida soon to get some of that sun. So I want a nice, big, beautiful, clean house. I want a garden, and I want great vibes. So here I am. I just, edited myself in there in front of my beautiful house, in my office with my cat, because I want to bring my cat. So it's actually taken in my office at home now, and I just, So you can have a lot of fun with this. And as you can see, it's not perfect, and it's not supposed to be perfect, because that gets in the way of it getting done. So done is better than perfect. That's the message here. And those were my examples. So what I'll do is in the chat, I'll share my template. So you can actually open the template in Canva, and you can use the template to create your own vision board, your own personalized vision board for this year if you want to. And that's it.
Wow, that was so powerful. Amazing. I love the idea of you putting yourself in there. That is really cool.
Yeah. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I think it's helpful for your visualization to actually put yourself in it, and also to be a little bit specific, not too specific, but specific enough.
It really helps to be specific, unless you don't know, and then being general is good too, right? In case anybody has questions for Grethe, please formulate your question now. I just want to say that vision boards are so powerful, and I will tell you just how powerful they are, because I had a vision board, and I found on the underground some Scooby-Doo money. Okay, it was just a piece of paper which said like £1 million with Scooby-Doo in the middle of it, and I thought, I'll take that and I'll put that on my vision board. And over the course of the next 6 months, there was a couple of, at least 2 incidences where I got paid with fake money, and it created like a whole problem for me. And then my partner sold his computer and got like a bunch of fake money. So the fact that I had fake money on my vision board, just goes to show. And it took me a while to realize why am I attracting fake money? Because I had fake money on my vision board, right? So be really careful what you put on your vision board, because it works.
You put real cash on your vision board.
Real cash. Put real cash on there.
Paul was asking, how do you cut yourself out of a photo? And I can show you that real quick if you want. Let me see. This needs to go. So in Canva, you can actually do that really quick. It's a built-in function. So I click the picture, I click edit image and background remover. And then Canva just does it for you. That way it gets really easy to put yourself in any situation you want to be. There you go. And if you're not happy, you can erase or restore. So if I wanted to cut out, if you didn't remove something, then I can click erase and I can adjust it myself. But it does a pretty good job. So it's actually really easy. And yeah.
Awesome. Does anybody else have any questions for Grethe about vision boards and testing?
I do.
Ahead,
Greta, what program is that you use to do the erasing? Or what type of phone?
I use Canva. It's canva.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Canva
Okay.
phone. So it's click the image and erase, remove background. And I think, I'm not sure the version, but I would guess it works on that as well. I don't know. I have the paid version, so.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, anybody else?
I was just going to say, you only have limited functionality when you use free Canva. Unfortunately, you have to pay for it for all the stuff like that. You get like a couple of free bits, and that's like it for your 7 days or whatever it is, the free trial you get. It sucks because Canva is great.
It is. It is.
That's kind of why I also wanted to ask about, real vision boards. When I say real, I mean physical rather than digital, because I've had problems with, I'm not very tech savvy myself. And whenever I try to use a computer, I just end up being really frustrated, and it takes the joy out of it. It's a miracle that we're here all talking to each other.
Can I ask a question about that as well? Do you think there's more sort of effectiveness and power in doing something, actually physically creating it from scratch rather than doing it digitally? You have to put more effort into creating the board yourself as opposed to letting the computer do it. Do you think spiritually or from a manifestation point of view that's a better way of doing it, or what do you think, Grethe?
There might be. I mean, there's something to be said for writing things by hand as opposed to computer. But at the same time, I think it's all about the feeling. So if in creating the digital vision board, you can get the feeling of achieving it, because that's why we want to visualize. We want to get into the feeling of having it or achieving it or it being true. And I think you can achieve that also on a digital vision board.
I'd also like to add to that, I think, like Grethe was talking about belief, and the next phase of the work that Grethe's trained in, doing the biology of belief. I think belief has a really huge part to play in our manifestations. and what we experience as reality. So if we believe something isn't going to be as powerful because it's digital, then that will be true for us, you know, because reality is malleable, right? And it's all made of thought. And so thoughts are that powerful, you know. With that in mind, I mean, if anybody has any other questions, then please feel free to say now. But what I would like to do next, if nobody else has any questions regarding the vision boards, and that was awesome. Thank you so much, Grethe. What I would like to do is just go around the group and talk a little bit, maybe for a minute or two, about where you are stuck. Not to give focus or power to it, but to come up with an affirmation or a power thought or a new thought that we can become unstuck. Okay. So, don't feel that you have to participate. You can pass if you want to. But it could be something that you're dealing with, something that you're going through, a positive thing. And what I will do when you're talking is I will just listen to you, and I will sort of be tuning into the energy of what you're saying. And what comes to me is a stream of words that feel right, if you know what I mean. So if we start with Bjorn, did I say your name right? Sorry, you're muted. I can't hear you.
You pronounced my name perfectly.
Good. Okay.
But could you just, in a very short way, repeat yourself?
Yeah, sure. It could be a situation that you're dealing with, somewhere that you feel stuck in your life, or something that you would like to manifest. As you said before, you want to experience more love in your life, right? Which is beautiful. I love that. Is there an area that feels sticky or tricky in achieving that, manifestation of more love in your life? Or it could be something completely different, that you're struggling with, or something that's a little bit tricky that's going on with you.
Yes. Well, it would be something completely different, because what I'm struggling with at the moment is it was actually what she was talking about, cleaning out. And the problem is that I have inherited so much, because since I was married before and my wife passed away, I was the inheritor of her parents, because she was an only child. And at the moment, it's basically, and then my mother passed away, then my sister passed away also last year. And I've got all this stuff that in one sense, I'm ready to say, I have nothing to do with all this here. I can get rid of it. And on the other hand, I'm stuck in it because I have these memories. But then again, I tell myself the memories I can have in my head, or in the vision board, or anything like that. And I don't really need the actual item to fill up in my garage and booths as they are at the moment.
Completely understand. Yeah, I understand.
You get that?
Yeah. So these are the words that are coming to me for you, and then I will explain a little bit. Okay. So I listen to my intuition and act with love. I'll say it again. I listen to my intuition and act with love. Okay, and what I mean by that is for you to embody that as you are doing your sorting process. Energetically embody it. You may have heard of the Marie Kondo method. There's a Netflix program called The Magic of Tidying Up, and there's a Japanese Shinto lady.
Yeah.
She greets the spirit of the house, and then she, helps the person assist with their tidying up, and they decide whether they want to keep it. If it's of sentimental value, then they keep it. But ask in that moment if it sparks joy, and using your intuition, decide whether this is right for you. And it may be as simple as taking the picture of something, or finding it a new home in a way that could benefit another person. And I understand, things hold a lot of energy and they can become very, very overwhelming. But just start with one thing, one small corner. Anna is a perfect person to help you with this kind of process. So, because of her feng shui work.
I was going to say I could help with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
the thing is, actually, I actually did take when you just said that, that some other person could maybe feel happy to receive this. Like I said, it's a long story, but I was born in Indonesia, in Jakarta, and we of course had a lot of Indonesian stuff, and this was one of the things, because my present wife, she's not interested in this at all, and I kept on to this. We've been married now for nearly 10 years, and I've been keeping on to this. But actually, last year, I actually called the Indonesian ambassador. And I said to him, look, I've got these items here, and they need to be returned to Indonesia. Are you interested in this? And he came the day after, the ambassador. Wow. He came here into my home, and my daughter, 8 years old, served him coffee. And I got rid of all this Indonesian stuff, which was fantastic. But the thing here also is that I'm actually ready to get rid of all this here. But it's the action, it's the energy that I don't have to go out to that bloody garage and take the item and push it out of the garage and drive it down to the sewerage or wherever it needs to be driven.
In the deciding, the doing becomes effortless, right?
It does, yeah.
As you said, you made the decision, and everything manifested in perfect timing for that person to come and take that stuff away in 24 hours. So as you trust your intuition and act with love, everything else will follow. So trust yourself, don't get overwhelmed with thoughts, and think quickly and listen to the first thought that comes. So make a decision about what it is that you want to do. If you feel overwhelmed, stop. You're in the wrong energy. Yeah. But when it feels right, then act. Only from inspired action.
Yeah.
I hope that's helpful.
It does. Yeah. Super.
Good. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, Bonnie, would you go next if you want to?
Thank you. I'll try to be quick. I manifested something that to me is relatively large. And I'm not going to go into what it's about or any of that. This January, mid-month, I am going to be hypnotized by two women who I don't know, but they've asked me, they connected with me about my NDE, and they've asked me some questions about it. And so
that's near-death experience, if anybody doesn't.
Yes, thank you. I assume everybody knows what that is. I apologize for that. Anyway, so I'm excited about it. However, I'm also apprehensive. And the reason that I'm apprehensive is because I want to make certain that as I'm hypnotized, I've been hypnotized many, many times, so I know what it's about. and by several people. But I need to make certain that my responses are absolutely coming from my truthful place. Does that make sense? From I have to make certain that I'm speaking my absolute truth. And I don't know that I will be revealing what transpires, but it should be interesting either way. And so, yes, I could use some words.
Okay. So this is what I'm hearing from you. I'm always in control, and I trust my judgment in being authentic. I'm always in control, and I trust my judgment in always being authentic.
It's a good word. Thank you.
And you will embody that as you speak those words, and saying them aloud will help you to connect with it. And as I've said before, when one person brings something to Sacred Segments or any group, we're all reflections of each other. So when you or Bjorn or anybody talks about something, it's true for all of us, because we're all little pieces of the same mirror. So thank you, Bonnie, for bringing. Trust yourself. Anna, would you like to go next?
Sure. So it's something that we feel stuck with, or
yeah, it doesn't have to be.
Because it's like I don't know if the word is stuck.
Sorry, please say that again.
Sure. Sorry about my connection.
No, it was me. I coughed.
Oh, okay. I couldn't hear that because of my connection. It's not exactly that I feel stuck, because I feel right now that things are kind of still in a way, and to go with those energies and allowing myself to rest after a very intense year. But I worked a lot in it, like my business really started moving really quickly once I moved out of the old place I was in, and I was doing a lot of work in November up until like early December, and then it really like ground to a halt. But it's the holidays, and it's winter, and it's solstice, and it's like that time to go within. So I don't know if I would say I feel stuck, but I am like, okay, let's get going again. Let's, time to, get back to work. And so it's a little bit of fear there that I would like to clear out, because like, I know that I'll be fine, but there is some fear there. And also just, I like to work, so I love what I do. So does that make sense?
It makes total sense. And what I want you to do is just become very still for a moment and take a deep breath and feel these words. The ebb and flow of the cosmos is my natural rhythm. Yeah, and literally feel as you breathe that you are the whole universe. And there can be no fear if you're in that energy, because you're aligned with the natural rhythms that are you.
And that's what I've been feeling. And it's, so it's a good confirmation reminder that I'm just kind of, I'm in that ebb and flow.
Absolutely. So whenever you feel those fear thoughts, those panic thoughts, just align your breath with the whole universe and realize that the ebb and flow of the whole of creation is me.
I like that. Yeah, because it's true.
Absolutely. And we forget, right? We go into our ego selves which is fear, which is, you know, and we all do it.
I'm not really doing that. It's just a little bit
We all do it. We all do it.
back there, like, and then it's like, shut up.
We all do it.
Yeah.
Each one of us in every moment. We need to do hourly check-ins with ourselves because we all get a little crazy at times, you know, and the world makes us crazy, you know.
So say it again, the ebb, I want to write this down.
The ebb and the flow of the whole of creation is mine. And you can shift it and make it work for you, you know, you could change it. But the ultimate principle is that the whole rhythm of creation is the same rhythm that flows through your body. And you're aligning yourself in that thought with that rhythm. And you're in pure trust.
Yeah, that's kind of the space I've been in for the most part. And I love it.
When you become disaligned, that's the thought to get you back in.
Awesome.
Thank you. I'm feeling it for myself as well. I need it too. Thank you. Okay, Joe, would you like to share something?
Yeah, sure. Just wanted to say I've been really enjoying whatever you've shared so far. It's been really beautiful. But I think for me, I've been studying some like a Vedic Sanskrit texts, and something kind of jumped out at me. When there is harmony between the mind, heart, and resolution, then nothing is impossible. So to your question about being stuck, I think there's been a bit of an internal conflict within me since my father passed away in March 2020. I've had a lot of fairly difficult things to sort of deal with from a sort of a professional and personal standpoint. So what I'm looking to do now to become unstuck is to have that beautiful, harmonious relationship between mind, heart, my actions and my intent, and then that unattachment to outcome. So that's where I want to get to. And the stuckness has come from the kind of the internal conflict in my mind, and that sort of discrepancy between heart and kind of logic and pragmatism. So that's...
You know what you reminded me of when you were telling me?
No, what?
You were sharing that is Greg Braden.
Oh my God, I sent him a message like yesterday.
Wow.
No.
Well, he talks about manifestation, and he's listening. He's experiencing a rain dance.
Wow.
And he's observing these elders doing the rain dance, but they don't actually do anything. They just close their eyes and they go into meditation, and they see the rain, they smell the rain, they feel the rain, and that's it, you know. But for him, nothing has happened. Right? He's just observed them go into their internal space, and that's what I want to say to you, is that the alignment of the upper chambers of the three chakras, you know, just go into that space of alignment where you see it, you feel it, and you are it. Similar to Anna, you know, it's the same thing, it's the same principle, just in a different way. And, you know, whatever it is that you want to manifest, just allow yourself to align those chakras in that moment. You know, this is beyond words, so there aren't any words for you. It's a feeling.
Wow, that was so beautiful, an incredible analogy. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I love the pink light. I often put a pink light on at night. It really helps me. Well, it's a love vibration.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Grethe.
Yeah, for me, I don't necessarily if it's being stuck, but what came to mind is that I'm feeling really motivated to get a lot of things done working on my business, and I have a hard time stepping away. And one of my favorite quotes is build it like you want to maintain it. So that means don't overdo it in the beginning just because you want to get things done. You know, start and practice it, build it like you want to maintain it. And I think that can apply to so many things in life, in so many areas of life. So I guess what I want to get better at is to step away from the computer and read books and go for walks and, you know, do other things.
That's exactly what I was going to say to you. Is I think what's important from what I'm feeling and hearing you say is for you to play.
Yeah.
And to have playtime, and to not think about your business and do the fun playtime things that bring you joy, where you're not focused on anything to do with your business. And in those moments where you're completely at ease, the inspiration will come. You know,
Yeah.
you don't need to stress and think about, oh, I need to sit here with a pen and paper, or, you know, with my computer and figure it all out. You know, that's going to pressure you, and that's old brain thinking, which won't work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So also for you, I don't think that there are particular words on this occasion other than
Play.
Yeah, I allow myself to play. Playtime is fun, and I'm going for it.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
More playtime. I think we all need that, right? We need to play and not take ourselves so seriously. God.
My cat, if he wants to play, he won't stop. He will pester me until I play. So I should be more like my cat.
I'm so guilty of it myself. You know, I'm so serious. It's like, lighten up. Archangel Jophiel, come on, please help me laugh.
It was so funny that he was the angel for today, because it's exactly what I want and need.
Exactly. Thank you as well. She. Trans.
They.
They. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Greta.
Thank you, Alexis.
Michael.
Oh, right. Well, there are for me, there are similarities with what Bjorn is going through with stuff, but it's another stage, really. I retired. I'm now 66, so I've now got a pension and everything and all this business. But I am stuck insofar as I'm still. I was a carer for my mum and dad. They passed. I left my work at 55 to sort of care for them, and I've stayed in the house, and the house is full of stuff of theirs and mine. I did a lot of study. I did a master's and then did my forest therapy training, and now I'm retired, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do? What's my third age? I don't know what my third age is going to be, and everything that's around me is stopping me from creating it. Does that make any sense at all?
It does make sense. The reason that I was writing and looking over there is because I heard it straight away even before you started speaking. And it was, I lovingly release all that no longer serves me. I lovingly release all that no longer serves me. And I want you also to start thinking of all of the people in your life as being friendly and at your servitude, if you know what I mean. So that they're all links in the chain of your good. So every man is a link in the golden chain of my good. Yeah.
Link in the golden chain of my good.
Yeah, every man, meaning human, every man is a link in the golden chain of my good. So they're all there to help you and to mirror something to you. So instead of thinking that they are stopping you from doing the thing that you want to do, that they are actually reflecting back at you a piece of information that you need to decode, and using that filter of seeing them as a link in the golden chain of your good will give you that key to switch that.
Right. Okay.
You need
Yeah.
to make that. You need to actually start seeing them as a golden link in the chain of your good, and that they are there for you to serve you, because they are you in another manifestation, and they're just mirroring an aspect of your consciousness.
Whew. Right. Okay. I'll just let that sink in.
Yeah, it's big. It's a lot. I understand. Yeah.
Thank you, Alexis. Thank you.
I lovingly release all that no longer serves me. Lovingly release, because with love all things are possible.
Okay. I'll lovingly release all the crap in my...
One by one, like with Bjorn, right? When you feel overwhelmed, stop.
Yes, that's right.
Just
in my
one
loft.
thing at a time, like one corner. Sometimes when I'm tidying this or any other room, I get completely overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. There's just too much stuff, you know. And just take one area and do one thing.
Yeah. Thank you.
I hope that helps.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, Tasneem, would you like to go next?
Sure. So I was thinking about this, and actually I'm quite blessed because I feel professionally and so on, I'm living, my passion, and working in what I enjoy, which so many people aren't. But I think my problem, where I'm stuck is really at home. And that's because I live in an extended family with parents who live with me. And it's funny, there were people here who said they were carers for their parents. So I'm not a carer, but my elderly parents live with me. And I have an 18-year-old young lady daughter. And it's causing some conflict because they're different generations and I'm sort of in the middle. So I think what I need is to find the space for all of us to coexist in harmony and peace with each other, so that we can all live healthy, happy lives. Because I mean, the energy is so intense that it's impacting on the health of people, including myself, within the house. So I think maybe I need to call upon Anna as well, by the sounds of it. But yes, I think I need to speak my truth and just put it out there to the universe. Somebody special told me very recently, surrender it to the universe, and the universe will find the answer. It's not for me to find the answer to solve this issue.
Let me tell you what I'm feeling from you, okay? And please correct me if I'm wrong. I feel that you are very much there for other people, and you're always there to help them, and that you don't give to yourself. You know, you're the perfect mother, the perfect child. You know,
I don't know
always
about
there. Well, maybe not, but like you always there for other people without giving to yourself. Is that true? Does that feel correct?
Correct. Yeah, I'm a doctor actually. I'm a GP, and and I'm a coherence healer with Dr. Dispenza, one of the groups.
Wow.
And I'm an angelic Reiki master and a crystal healer. So
Beautiful.
Yeah, so naturally I'm a giver.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing that's very true of a lot of healers and a lot of people that work in the field that we work in, is that, you know, we don't know how to address the balance of giving to ourselves. And this is what I wrote for you and what I heard for you. I honor my path and do what's right for me. And that needs some decoding, actually, because your path is to serve yourself, which is going to feel completely alien to you. But if you can find moments where you can serve yourself and give to yourself, then you will have so much more to give to other people.
Yes, thank you for that. That resonates. In fact, Anna just wrote a comment that, Anna, if you want to share that. And I have earth energy.
Yeah, I'm just looking at you. You're typical earth, because there are 5 elements in feng shui. There's earth, fire, water, wood, and earth, fire, water, wood, and metal. Excuse me. And you're an earth person. I could just tell by looking at you. And earth people, the thing that is that they give and they give and they give, and then they neglect their own needs. You know, they give so much, because when there's a predominance of earth, of any element, it's out of balance. So you need to
absolutely
balancing the elements. You can find that within yourself.
So every day,
out, if that
exactly
makes sense.
what Anna says. So every day, this is the question that you need to ask yourself: what can I do for my own self-care today? And make sure that you're doing at least one thing in that day that's for you.
Thank you. It's so interesting that Anna said that, and you saying that. Last night I watched something on Gaia. Is it the Doshi? The Doshi?
Yeah, the dosha.
The dosha, yeah?
Yes.
And funny, Anna, I was earth. The way they described my health issues, I thought, oh, I'm stuck in mud and water. It's mud, basically. It's earth. So that was really
kapha. You're kapha in Ayurveda.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Balance, giving and receiving. And I'll say the words one more time. I honor my path and do what's right for me.
Thank you. All right.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing. That was very insightful, I think, for all of us. Morag, would you like to go next?
I would love to go next. Thank you. This is amazing. Thank you for this gift. So me, the last year, I kind of went back to my little childlike ways of which I don't criticize myself for, because I love being in my little childlike ways. But what it means is I kind of run about. I was kind of planting a little seed here and a little seed there and another little seed here, and I've manifested all these opportunities for me, and I really don't know where to begin with working through them. I want a clear path of where to begin, because they're all fun things to do for work. I can move to all sorts of things I've manifested, little seeds of, but it's just getting that clear path of what's going to serve myself and what's going to serve my community in the best way.
This is going to sound very mystical, and I don't know whether it will to you.
Okay.
Knowing you a little bit. Okay, this is what I'm hearing. The fairies whisper their truth, and I listen with love.
Okay, yeah, no, that's really beautiful.
Because the elementals, and you're very connected to the elemental kingdom, I feel, are going to whisper what it is that you need for your clearing your path. And if you can align with those elements in terms of, listening to the wind and listening to the water, the rain, all of those things, then you will hear what will clear your path in those moments. So the fairies whisper their gifts, and I listen with love. Yeah.
Because this morning I got, when I was in meditation and I was asking the same question, it's got listen to the whisper of the day.
Wow, exactly.
Yeah.
That puts it even more succinctly. And you heard it, right? You heard it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Wow, I love that so much. That made my spine tingle.
Yeah, listen to the whisper of the day. So no, that's really beautiful. And the elementals are something, yes, I do work with, and I've been drawn very much to work more with the land spirits this year. So
I feel that you're very much embodying the elemental energies. Really, really, I can see and feel them with you very, very strongly.
yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. That was magic.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Pleasure. Paul, would you like to go next?
Sure. I don't know if I'm stuck, but I kind of am. So obviously I've been away for a while because I've been super busy, and I'm in one of them periods of my life where I'm just full of inspiration and ideas. And I've created like a whole ton of new products in my shop. I'm building like a new membership program, which is amazing. And I've just released my 5th program, which is it's called Love Story, and it's a program for gay, bi, and pan men who either struggle to get into love, or struggle to date, struggle to have relationships, or those people who are in relationships who do struggle with communication and boundaries and all that kind of stuff. And it's amazing. And I sold. It's mad because I sold one place without even releasing the details. And then I had like 2 people who were paying, and then the next day they dropped out, and then 2 more people were like, "Oh yeah, we're interested," and now they're it's sort of like, I feel like I have all of these ideas, and it's constantly coming, and I'm kind of being pushed to kind of go in different new places. But I kind of also feel like I'm spreading myself a bit thin at the same time. But I want to honor the inspiration, and it's like constant. Like I'll be sat in my shop and a new product will come up in my head, and I'm like, oh, I could make that, and I'll get this, and then that's great, and then I'm a new idea for this, and kind of what Morag was saying, I feel like I'm planting all of these seeds. I'm spreading myself a bit thin, but at the same time, like I said, I want to honor this feeling of just being inspired to do all these things. Does that make sense?
More than. Okay, this is what I'm seeing, and it's a little bit metaphorical. Okay, so I'm seeing a 5-pointed star in terms of a man, which is you, and these are the words that go with that image. I am the center, the stillness, the path, the way. I am the center, the stillness, the path, the way.
Just need to write that down because that sounds amazing. Sorry, I don't have a pen with me.
So you see, I'll send it to you. So I am the center, the stillness, the path, the way. So when you feel all of this inspiration and all of this kind of like stuff that's all up there, see yourself as the center of the star.
Yes.
And know that from that center that all things will come, and that you will receive the guidance through being the center.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Go ahead, Anna.
Do you mind if I say something, Paul, to that?
Go for it.
What came to me as you were speaking was that it's what, because again, I'm thinking in terms of the elements. You've got all this fire energy, which is very creative, and you're in like your natural energy right now is to create, and think, and things are coming.
Yeah, which is exactly what's happening.
And but what you might want to think about is you can create these things, but plan on releasing them more in tune with the energies of the moment. Because right now the energies are not to do anything new or launch anything new. We're still in kind of an inward yin time. So okay. I would like really kind of tune into the energies of the planet and the astrology and everything.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, it makes sense to me because from a pagan perspective, like this is winter, so it's all about inwardness and reflection and shadow work. And like spring is like new stuff. So
Yeah, and it's also Mercury retrograde. It's Mercury retrograde. It's not a good.
is it? I didn't realize that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, pay attention to that stuff. It's important.
It's like being an embryo before you're born, if that makes sense. It's, you know, it's like kind of like huddling up and being that kind of curled up embryo, waiting to be born. Yeah. So I am the center, the stillness, the path, the way, and I will send that to you.
I've noted it down. Thank you.
Okay, all right.
I love it though. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
And thanks, Anna. I really appreciate that.
Makes sense what you said, Anna. Syra, would you like to go next?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I am stuck, but
Let's reframe that. I'm in process.
I'm in process.
Yeah.
I even had a dream about it last night. Basically, I don't know if some of you know, I'm a performer, and I had very limited sort of panto season time to perform, and I literally had 3 pantos. First one didn't work out for contractual reasons. Second one didn't work out because it was too hard for me, the role. It was just, and the third one sort of worked out. And then I managed to get myself fired after only 2 shows. And I'll be honest with you, the reasons they gave were kind of unfair dismissal. And there's a union for actors called Equity. And I did talk to the Equity guy about it. And he just said, maybe, this was before Christmas, maybe just give it a while and then see how you feel later on about whether to pursue equity with it. But the thing is, I had a dream about it last night, and the 2 ladies that run this theatre company are actually actresses themselves. And when I told them that I felt like well enough, because I also suffer sort of mental health stuff, and when I felt well enough to come back and perform to the best of my ability, they weren't willing to reinstate me, which I felt was unfair because one of them said that she'd had mental health issues as well, and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, what was my point? What was my point? Yeah, just that I was just so frustrated that I had to learn 2 parts and a quite challenging song, and I learned all this material and never got a chance to perform it. That's what.
Syra, let me say something to you.
Yes.
Let me say this, like, stop knocking on doors that aren't open to you.
But that door was open and then it just
It's
closed.
not anymore, okay? And these are the words that I want to give to you.
Yeah.
An avalanche, and when I say avalanche, I want you to imagine it like an avalanche, yeah? An avalanche of opportunities now present themselves to me. An avalanche of opportunities now release and present themselves to me. You could add the word release if you wanted to. So imagine like a whole avalanche of opportunities like presenting themselves to you. It's a whole avalanche, and you're going to be overwhelmed with opportunities because they're all knocking on your door. But don't go knocking on the door that isn't open to you, because there's an avalanche of opportunity that awaits you. And get that visualization of the avalanche of like lots and lots of opportunities.
But the one that I feel disgruntled about, can I not
let it go, because it's blocking the manifestation. Because the longer that you hold on to and feel that, it's going to close the doors for the new opportunities to come. Let it go.
I also feel that people should be responsible for if they've mistreated somebody.
You can't change people's minds as much as you want to. You know, that's their path and their journey. And as much as you can see the right thing, that's for them to figure out by themselves. And I know it hurts.
Yeah, the fact that I had a dream about it last night really annoyed me.
That's your mind working it out, right? It's like you're churning like the stuff that's in your unconscious, in your dreams. Like, let yourself rest from those thoughts, let it go, and focus on the avalanche of opportunities that are about to present themselves to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so we have one more person. Thank you, Syra.
Thank
Shelley, you're up if you want to share.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, wasn't sure whether I was still muted.
No, we can hear you.
I would say intuitive clarity for purpose and action.
Sorry, please repeat that.
Yes, intuitive clarity for purpose and action.
Okay, could you speak a little bit more about that?
Yes, there are a million things I want to start, and I'm not sure in which direction to go. And I feel like it's all in my head, and I would like some guidance, intuition as to what is most in line with my purpose, and then what the actions should be, and staying in alignment and doing the actions, following through with the action that is required.
Okay. Just give me a moment. Just give me a few seconds. Okay. So I'm fully grounded and watch patiently for signs to act. I'm fully grounded and watch patiently for signs to act.
I love it. Yes, perfect.
Okay, and
I am
ahead.
fully grounded and watch for signs.
Watch patiently
for signs of how to act.
For signs to act.
For signs to act.
For signs, comma, to act. Yeah.
Would you say that one more time?
Yes. I'm fully grounded and watch patiently for signs to act. So I'm getting the image of an animal running. Do you own dogs?
I own a cat.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel like I'm a running animal, running here and there.
I think that you're going to see an animal. This sounds bizarre. I know it does. I think you're going to see an animal, and their actions are going to give you a sign. So, look out for those little things, whatever they are, because sometimes the universe speaks to us through billboards, through music, through all kinds of stuff. It could be the way that a child looks at you, the way that an animal acts. It could be a particular animal that appears and holds a message for you. Just watch for the signs and don't do anything until you really know that it's a sign.
Okay.
It's similar to Paul.
I'm sorry?
It's similar to Paul's, actually, of him being the center. We're all in the same boat here. It's like, we're all waiting to act. But I hope that resonates with you.
That does, and what you said to Paul really resonated as well.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being vulnerable and open and, sharing, everybody. And I know we've gone over time by 10 minutes. So I just want to close this evening by just saying thank you so much to everyone for being here and for attending. There's some amazing guests coming up over the next few weeks. And of course, Greta and Morag and Anna are all going to be doing segments as well in the future, as well as Paul and Michael. So please come back if you have time and you'd like to revisit us. But thank you so much for being here tonight. It's wonderful to see you, and appreciate you connecting. Lots of love to you. And I want to ask you,
I love you all.
Tasneem, I want you to ask you if you would perhaps in the later part of the year come and be a guest for us.
Sure, that sounds amazing. I'd love to. Thank you.
Please stay in touch because
Yes.
I don't have your email. So please stay in touch. I don't know how you found us, but
through Grethe, actually.
through Greta, please give Greta your email so that we can keep in touch.
Thank you.
All right. Lots of love, everyone, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you for a wonderful evening.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.